Okay. Hey everyone! So for this video, Hampton Heights wanted to do something a little different, and we want to incorporate more of these videos. Basically, you're just going to come along for a night of cooking with us. This is one of our favorite recipes. I actually found it on Facebook. It was posted by Charles Parks, maybe? But I just wanted to give him his due. But anyways, it's a simple, nice meatball bake, and I'm just going to show you how we make it, just in case you might want to make it yourself. So first thing you'll notice is there's a lot of great value. We are not sponsored. We just shop Walmart, guys. So you start with your penne pasta or penne or however fancy you want to be. And you just stick it in a cooking dish. I have an old Pyrex that's been thrifted and found at the Goodwill. But you could use a disposable or anything like that. So you just kind of layer that in the bottom. And then, another thing, guys, I really love Pioneer Woman, so you'll see a lot of that as well. You add 2 cups of water with your noodles. Oops. Try not to break your pan. After that, you add, I call this the small bag of the Italian meatballs. Basically, they have a family size and then just a normal size, but just get this small bag of Italian meatballs. Might help to pre-cut things. You do that whole bag. If you were to get the family bag, like we've done before, we used about 2/3 of the bag and then save the other third for a different recipe and a different night. And just kind of rearrange those nicely. And then comes pepperonis. You could use turkey pepperonis, which is often my go-to, but for this one, we really like the normal pepperoni taste. Did we put the whole bag on this last time? Yeah, whole bag. Apparently we're doing the whole bag.
Yeah, just go for it, baby.
Just go for it. Now this doesn't have to be perfect. Just kind of spread them out a little bit at least. This is like that true Italian taste. So if you're not into meatballs or a little bit of meat grease, this will not be delicious to you. Spreading those out. I might not do the whole bag, babe.
That's fine.
Yeah. Again, just spreading those around. I think that's nicely covered. You can do as little or as much as you can. Of course, you know, with every recipe, make it your own. But next, will you open this tomato sauce? We use 1 small can of tomato sauce. Want the little one here?
Best one.
Best one. We have this itty bitty ancient can opener that only James knows how to operate. So he opens that. But then you just use your favorite pasta sauce. We really like the Prego Italian sausage and garlic with this. We feel like it gives it a really good flavor. But again, just use whatever you got, whatever you like. Ooh, my hands are slippery from the pepperonis. And now that one. I like to do the plain sauce first. The reason I do this extra sauce, it's not needed. You could do 2 of your pasta sauces, or you could just do 1. But we like it super tomatoey and super soupy, if you will. So we like to add that one. So I like to do the plain one first. And then I add my seasonings that I'm going to add to the dish. And then I add my sauce. So with my seasonings, Italian seasoning. Now, James said to measure this out, but we don't ever, so I'm not going to. I just sprinkle it for a nice, good coating. Not too much, but enough to know it's there. I just did like a fine dusting, if you will. And then we really like crushed red pepper. So again, do it to your taste. Do. Now, I get a lot of heck for this, but I don't like real onions, so we do a lot of onion powder in this house. So, of course, your onion powder. As you can see by the size of the container, it gets well used in literally everything we make. And then, of course, some garlic. Oh, right, sauce. Then again, you just kind of want to evenly spread out this sauce all over the top. Want some water in that?
Pop.
Okay.
Shake it up.
Now, if you don't put water in your pasta sauce jar and shake out the remnants to get what's left in there, you ain't doing it right. So, gotta do that. Makes it go a little bit longer way too. Thank you. Yeah, I'm just focusing on these corners. You want to make sure you have enough liquids in there just to make sure that you cook that pasta. There's our cute little preheated oven. By the way, I preheated that oven to 350 degrees. There we go. And once you kind of get everything combined, you want to kind of push down the sauce through all of your different meatballs and meats and stuff going on. Make sure to get it to the bottom of the pasta layer, just to make sure that as it cooks, everything cooks nicely. Definitely no real science here. Just kind of do what feels right. Again, I'm just spreading out some of the extra sauces all around. During this step, you also want to make sure that your pasta is actually, again, pushed down into those juices so that it cooks. I mean, it'll cook either way. It just gets like hard and crunchy if it's not moist. I shouldn't have said that word, moist. There we go. And now what I think is the most important part is you want to do mozzarella cheese. Now, if you're watching what you eat, you want to measure it out and make sure to do that. However, we are a cheese eating family. So again, measure with your heart. Our heart says add almost the whole bag. And that's okay. Oops. I don't think you're cooking if you don't get it all over the counter at least a little bit. See? What do you think, babe? You think that's good?
Oh, yeah.
Good and cheesed?
That's real good, baby girl.
Mwah. All right, guys. And then finally, am I forgetting anything? That's everything. Yeah. Finally, you put this in the oven. You let it cook for about 55 minutes. Now, that's a general rule. I start checking ours at about 45 minutes just to make sure that nothing is burning or make sure everything's going well. Depending on the day, it could take 45, 50, 55, an hour, whatever. But usually I start checking about 45 and shoot to get it done by 55. But another important thing about cooking this meal is you want to have a sturdy cooking sheet, one of those sheets. You want to have that, and we put foil on it. And that is because this little meal will definitely bubble over a little bit and get a little messy. So instead of going into the bottom of the oven, which we have had happen before, we put it on this cookie sheet so it doesn't get in the oven and it's easier to clean up.
You want me to put it in there?
Yes, because it is too heavy. So James is going to put it in for us. Again, that goes in the 350-degree oven, and we will check back once it's done. Just a real quick little interlude here. Wanted to show you two things. First of all, I made a mess while cooking. Of course, I always do. But I just wanted to show you how these countertops worked. And, you know, we did the paint video and showed you how we renovated or updated the countertop. So I just wanted to show you that it is indeed wipe-proof now. Since the paint has set, it wipes well, wipes down, and that was my main problem with the other countertops. They were just dirty looking all the time and couldn't get clean. So that was one thing that has made me happy and I really enjoy. And then another thing I just wanted you to see up close was the actual can opener that I referred to. So this was actually James's grandmother's can opener, and it has traveled with us to our first little built out apartment and now to the house, and I imagine it will continue to be in our family, but I just wanted to highlight the little can opener I was referring to. So we got about 40 minutes left. We'll check in shortly. All right, so we're coming back at you. One thing that I really liked is James, anytime he has lasagna or pasta, he always has a side of green beans, and I've really liked how that's carried over into our family. So since we're having the pasta, we are also having our green beans. Again, great value, not sponsored yet. I don't mind the Walmart sponsoring us.
Oh, either.
So we just took 2 cans of green beans. For the 2 of us, we like to have leftovers for the next day. So that's why we're doing the 2 cans. And just to show you again how we kind of spice them up a little bit, I take my Wilder's chicken powder. Of course, you can have your bouillon cubes. Bouillon? The cubes. I do the powder version. And again, you know what I'm going to say? Follow your heart. Measure when you're... How does that saying go?
I'm not sure.
Like, listen to the heart of your ancestor or something? I don't know. You know what I mean. Just do it until you think it's good. I like to just... Can you see that?
Yeah.
Good. Sprinkle it until it's a little yellow. Again, bring in that Italian seasoning. I don't do a lot. We don't like a strong Italian taste, but we like a little something. Of course, do your salt. If you're watching your heart, good for you. We just go for salt. Pepper. And of course, like I told you, that onion and garlic come into everything. I have to look very closely at the top. What was I making the other night?
I don't know.
I opened the wrong side. I opened the side where you like dig a spoon in instead of the sprinkle side, and it was almost bad. Oh, that cabbage thing. Yeah.
So it was cabbage soup thing.
Cabbage soup thing, yeah. All right, and then you just stick this on the burner, and of course just warm it through for about like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and then just leave it sitting on the burner so it stays warm while your other meal finishes. So thank you. Alright guys, it's been about 40 minutes, 45. I can't count. And this is what we're looking like so far. Oh yeah, she's looking done. Do I have this zoomed properly? Yes. So we're gonna call it quits at 45. James also threw in some Texas toast. I think that's about done too, yeah?
We're gonna let it go just for a little
A
bit.
little longer.
A little bit longer.
Our green beans are done, and it is almost time to eat, y'all. Stay tuned. Pause for a second. Okay, now. So as you can see, we have fully cleaned our plates. Well, one of us has fully cleaned our plates, and I need to wipe my clean. But this is always a delicious dinner, and we hope you enjoyed coming along with us for a night in the life of Hampton Heights.
Yep.
Yeah, sounds good, right?
Yep. Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Please like and subscribe.
Yes, like and subscribe, and let us know if you want to see more.
Yep.